Okay, so we're outside the apartment now, and we're walking to the Mercadona. It's about a 5-minute walk from our apartment, which is great. See you there. And here's the Mercadona. It's one of our favorite places in Spain already. Since so many people walk, a lot of people have these big sort of wheeled grocery bags, and you can lock them up here. The carts are so tiny. Fruits and vegetables. Everything's in cans. There's almost no canned goods here. Everything's in a box, a jar, or a plastic container. Cured meats. Hey, this is Kyle from the future breaking in here because I want to call your attention to something that it might be a little bit difficult to see in the video. I didn't want to get up closer because I would have had to get in the butcher's face, and I did not want to do that. But what you can see hanging in the background in that brief clip are actual animal haunches, like legs with the hoof on. The meat is cured so that, like the entire leg, so that it's stable at room temperature. And people just go up to the butcher, and he's got like a special machine. They ask him to like shave some meat off of an actual animal leg, which blew my mind. But it's extremely common. I've seen butcher shops. I've been in multiple grocery stores now. Everybody has this. It's common and expected. So on to the rest of the video. A full skin and beauty section. Because why not? This is the largest container of milk I can find. And it's stored at room temperature, not in a freezer. Hey, this is Kyle from the future breaking in. Because this was a little hard to show in the video, one of the things that is distinctive about the Mercadona is the lack of brand selection, right? So you go into an American grocery store and there can be like 15 different kinds of floor polish or 5 different kinds of hummus. At the Mercadona, frequently there is only one type of a thing to buy. So here's an example. This is Mercadona hummus. This is the only hummus that they sell. There's not like a selection of extra garlic hummus and like roasted red pepper garlic like hummus and extra large hummus or extra small hummus. None of that. This is it. You buy this or you're not eating hummus. And honestly, I think that's part of the reason why people like the Mercadona. That and the reasonable prices. But the lack of brand selection means there's no decision paralysis, right? When we're confronted with a selection of, say, 10 different window cleaners, which one do I pick? Like, how do I know which one is like the best or the best for what I want to use it for? So, what happens sometimes is we just sort of sit there and stare at a selection of products and we're like, I don't know which one to get. You don't have that problem at the Mercadona. You buy the hummus or you don't buy the hummus. That's it. Simple. I do also want to be clear that that's not necessarily the case for every Spanish grocery store. There are like more American style grocery stores in the city that have like rows and rows and rows and rows of the same kind of product. I've seen them, but they're not common in the city center for space reasons. The Mercadona is very small because obviously space is a premium. And not everybody goes to a store like that. Like I think I mentioned, the Mercadona is sort of a beloved institution, and I think this is part of why. Okay, on to the rest of the video. American soft drinks and snacks are very popular here, apparently. Whole fish. With the heads on. Ask cheesecake. So this escalator is so clever. There's grooves on the bottom of the cart that lock into similar grooves on the floor so that the cart doesn't go flying. Cashier's responsible for putting a little divider between your items. So I forgot my bag at home. So if you don't have a bag of your own, you can pay to get a bag at the grocery store. They are not free, which I kind of like. So that was a trip to the grocery store. We're here in the kitchen of the apartment because I just wanted to talk a little bit more about portion size specifically, because it's probably the biggest difference in terms of grocery shopping between Spain and the United States. So in the United States, you can get, say, a 2-gallon jug of milk. This is the largest size milk I've been able to buy at the Mercadona. It's 1.5 liters, and that's less than half a gallon. Another good example is oatmeal. When we bought oatmeal in the United States, we would get those huge canisters of Quaker Oats. I don't know how much is in one of those, but it's a lot. This is the biggest size of oatmeal that I can buy at the Mercadona, and it's about, I think, 800 grams, of course, because again, metric, but it's substantially smaller. And that makes sense because food storage is also smaller. So we have like a very small pull-out pantry here, but it's only about like yay wide. It's not a lot of space. And the refrigerator is smaller. Like by American standards, this is just like a bit bigger than a mini fridge. And this is a pretty standard size for refrigerators in Europe from what I've seen. I've been inside several apartments now, looking at appliances. So this is a pretty typical size for a refrigerator in Spain. And the practical effect of that is you buy less food at a time and you go to the grocery store more often. And because of that, we're finding that we throw away a lot less food. In the United States, we would go to the grocery store, we would buy a bunch of things that maybe we thought we were gonna eat, and they would just sort of sit in the refrigerator until they spoiled. And that happens a lot less often here. I think I've thrown away like maybe 1 package of carrots since we've been here, if that. There's just a lot less food waste, which is interesting to think about. Okay, I love you all. Bye.